Hello and welcome to Clerk of the Court Live. My name is Gary Smith. I'm the Criminal Department Branch Court Manager for Dorothy Brown, the Clerk of the Circuit Court of Cook County, and I will be your host for this evening. You may view Clerk of the Court Live at CAN TV on channel 21, or you can go to the website at cantv.org/live. Clerk of the Court Live is a live call-in show, and we welcome questions from our general audience and comments from everyone. So please call in. Our number is 312-738-1060. Again, the number is 312-738-1060. So again, please feel free to call in and ask us questions about our topic for today. Please note our contact information for the Clerk of the Circuit Court of Cook County. We're headquartered in the Daly Center at 50 West Washington in Chicago, Illinois. We have other locations around Cook County and throughout the County of Cook. Our telephone number is 312-603-5031. Again, the number for the clerk's office, our general number is 312-603-5031. And our website is cookcountyclerkofcourt.org. And again, I'd like to repeat it for you again just in case you need to take that information down. It's cookcountyclerkofcourt.org. I'm happy to introduce this week's guest, Ms. Dawn Porter. She's the Associate Clerk for the Family Law, Chancery, and the Law Bureau of the Clerk of the Circuit Court. And for today's meeting, she is the Expungement Summit project lead for the Clerk of the Circuit Court of Cook County, who will be speaking to you about preparing for our upcoming 2017 Clerk of the Circuit Court of Cook County, and I apologize, 2017 Second Chance Expungement Summit. Again, she's the project lead for the 2017 Second Chance Expungement Summit.
Thank you. Thank
That
you,
was a
Mr.
mouthful.
Smith. Thank you so much for that.
Dawn. So if you don't mind, can you give us a little bit of information about exactly what is the Second Chance Expungement Summit?
Yes, well, let's show the viewers our informational flyer right now. We are in the process of preparing for our 13th annual full service Expungement Summit, which allows individuals that have criminal histories to come out to work with a variety of services to determine their eligibility. This year's summit will be held on Saturday, June 10th, 2017, at Unity Junior High School, located at 2115 South 54th Street Avenue in Cicero, Illinois. Registration begins at 8:30 a.m. and doors close at 6 p.m. There's going to be a variety of services there. We'll talk more about that as we get into the show.
And as we go through the show, we'll be going back to the overhead to give you more information. In case you didn't get that information throughout the show, we'll give you the information about specifically where the summit is going to be. So Dawn, if you don't mind, and you can take your time in terms of telling us a little bit more about the Expungement Summit, and specifically, what are some of the things that are going to be going on at the Expungement Summit this year?
Okay, well, let me just start from the beginning. When people are arrested, that starts the beginning of a criminal history. And unfortunately, people don't realize that stays with you until you take affirmative action to have that removed from your record via expungement and or sealing. So the summit affords individuals the opportunity to come out meet with qualified attorneys that work with Cabrini Green Legal Clinic, so that the attorneys can look at a person's overall criminal history, make a determination for eligibility. We'll also have individuals from other agencies just in case people don't qualify for expungement or sealing. But it's an opportunity to come out to a targeted area within the Chicagoland area. Clerk Brown has been truly an advocate of individuals that have criminal histories because she realizes that blemish on a record can change a person's life forever. That may be the denial of a loan, student loan, renting an apartment, adoption in some cases as well. So the impact is truly significant. So she has the significant community outreach, which affords people within an area to come to a location. Some people may be adverse to coming to a courthouse. They may feel more comfortable coming into their community. So we basically take the clerk's office from our location with that 26 in California, the Daily Center, the suburban areas, and we take it out to a community. And truly, it is a full-service summit.
Very good. That's a lot of good information for you, and we'll be reiterating a lot of things we're talking about. Again, ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the Clerk of the Circuit Court Live. If you have any questions for our guest, Ms. Porter, about our Expungement Summit, please call us at 312-738-1060. Okay, Dawn, we have limited time, so we really would like to get into what are some of the things that are needed if a person has decided that they want to attend our full-service summit on June 10th. What do they have to do to be prepared to attend the summit? What do they need in order to be able to get the services that they'll need for our Expungement Summit on June 10th?
That's a great question, Gary. Thank you for asking that. In order to be prepared to facilitate the process on Saturday, June 10th, I would suggest that people come prepared with their rap sheet. If you live within the city of Chicago, you can go to the Chicago Police Department located at 35th and State and request a rap sheet. Specifically request the statewide access and review. As a result of that rap sheet will capture any arrests that have occurred not only in Chicago, but also throughout the state of Illinois. For individuals that live in the suburban areas, they may go to the Illinois State Police in Joliet, Illinois, also requesting the full access and review. And that report, again, will reference all arrests that occurred within the state of Illinois. I would say that's the most significant document in order to bring to get the process started. If you need to have dispositions printed that day, we can do that on site at the summit. Again, we replicate what occurs within the clerk's office, and we'll do that at Unity Junior High School on Saturday. If people don't come prepared with a rap sheet, we will have services on site where you may not be able to get the rap sheet immediately then, but you'll be able to request that, and you'll get it about 7 days after you put in that request. Okay. So again, in order to facilitate the process that day, to take advantage of the volunteer attorneys that are truly qualified to look at a person's criminal history, come prepared with your rap sheet or the statewide access and review. And there is a fee when you go to the Chicago Police Department. There is a fee for the fingerprinting, but all of that will be provided to you upon your visiting the Chicago Police Department.
Well, you've given our viewing audience a lot of good information, Dawn. But if you don't mind, could we just back up a little bit? And if you don't mind, could you explain to our viewing audience specifically what an expungement and or a sealing, what exactly is that?
Okay, and that's another great question. And I know people, we throw those terms out and people don't always understand the significance of both. Expungement is the process by which a person goes through by filing a petition. There are notices that are provided to varying arresting agencies, the state attorney's office, local arresting agencies, the Illinois State Police. But at the end of all of that, if in fact a judge rules that a person is eligible for an expungement, it is as if the arrest, the charge, the case never existed. Basically, that information is removed from the clerk of the circuit court's electronic docket, and that information is not available to anyone. Now, is the file destroyed? No, it's not. By law, we are required to maintain those records under lock and seal. For a sealing, the record, if you were to go to the clerk of the circuit court's docket, the reference would be there's no record found. However, a sealing, the record is still available to law enforcement agencies as well as some healthcare agencies as well.
But so we're clear, expungement is taken out of the public viewing by the clerk of the circuit court.
Via court order, yes.
Via court order for expungement and sealing. But the difference between an expungement and a sealing would be that law enforcement under expungement has to take their records out of public view.
Absolutely.
And
the arresting
sealing,
agency as well, yes.
Yeah, and sealing, they maintain
Absolutely.
their records.
And it's still available to the arresting agencies and again, certain healthcare agencies as well.
That's very good. You stated that the clerk of the circuit court has been doing these expungement summits for 13 years?
13 years it has
Wow,
been.
it's been a long time.
And every year it gets bigger and better.
Very good. Do you know of any changes that have occurred in the law? Like we understand in 2017, there have been some new and exciting changes that have occurred in the expungement laws that may be helpful and useful to some of our participants. Could you just elaborate a little bit on some of the changes that might have occurred in the expungement process in 2017?
Absolutely. Public Act 990881 provides that there is no filing fee for individuals that are filing to expunge a juvenile record. So that is significant. So that's something that has occurred this year and that is prospective. Also, there is a pilot project that is in place that petitioners do not have to pay a filing fee for a petition to expunge or seal in circumstances where the party was released without being charged or arrested, or if the charges were not initiated by arrest resulting in an acquittal, dismissal, or conviction was reversed or vacated. So in those instances, a party does not have to pay the filing fee for the petition to expunge and or seal.
That's great.
Yes, that is great news.
Yeah, that's very helpful to people who are trying to get that second chance.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Now, I understand that we have a caller on the line here. And again, we're a live show, so we want to see if anyone has any comments or suggestions. So we like to go and get callers from the phone lines. Caller, are you with us? Welcome to the Clerk of Court Live.
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
Yes, I want to know if I don't have my rap sheet, can I still come to the Expungement Summit?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, we can both answer that.
Yes.
Absolutely. We just requested that you come prepared in order to facilitate the process that day. But by all means, if you don't have any documentation, please come out, take advantage of all of the services that are available there. In some instances, for suburban cases, you don't need a rap sheet. Okay, so we'll be able to go to the clerk's office electronic docket, print out certified or dispositions of which can be used by the reviewing attorneys. So again, we welcome everyone to come, whether you've been into the process where you have a pending petition now, or if you're just beginning, by all means come out. This is a great opportunity to learn about the process. It's a great education opportunity. We'll have different vendors there talking about just second chance for employment, resume writing. We're still in the process of identifying vendors for the second chance informational forum, but take advantage of all of the vendors and different information that is available. So not only for yourself, for family members as well.
Thank you, caller. Dawn, one of the things, we've been doing these summits together for the last 13 years, And we get people who sometimes come to the summit believing that they're able to actually get
Yes.
their record
Yes.
expunged at the summit.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that to at least, give people clear expectations of what they can expect and how far the
Yes.
process will go at the summit?
Absolutely, and thank you for that clarification, Gary. Yes, we actually revised our informational flyer to indicate that you may begin the process of clearing your criminal record because it takes a little bit of time. Legally, the petition has to be filed. You have to give notice to various agencies. There's an objection time as well. So it may be a couple of months before the actual process is completed. However, on the day of the summit, you will be actually able to receive all of the services needed to go through the process. So at the end of the day, once you've met with an attorney, he or she has looked at your criminal history to make that determination. You may be fortunate to walk out that day having filed your petition well on the way to a second chance in life.
Very good. Again, this is the Clerk of Court Live. Again, we're a live show, and we're asking for people to call in and ask questions regarding expungement and our Expungement Summit that we're having on June 10th. So please, I think we have a caller now, but again, I just wanted to reiterate that if you have a question, please call us at 312-738-1060. And again, we have a caller. Caller, do you have a question for our guest, Ms. Porter?
Yes, I do. I was calling because I want to know, once my record is expunged, the public will not be able to see anything on my record.
Yes, ma'am, that is correct. The expungement is analogous to a complete obliteration of the record from public viewing. Again, there's no reference within the clerk's electronic docket. The arresting agency must destroy their record. And actually, when you go to apply for a job or anywhere, it asks, have you been convicted or charged? You may legally answer that question as no. If in fact you have an order entered indicating that your case was expunged by a judge.
Okay, thank you, caller, for that question. Dawn, if a person comes and they have all of their documentation and they're, ready, they're eligible for expungement or sealing, and they see an attorney, but they get through this process and they're unable to pay the fees for an expungement or for sealing, what at the summit will be available to assist them with their fees for expungement or sealing?
Another great question, Gary. Thank you for that. The last couple of years, that's another initiative that Clerk Brown wanted us to include within the summit. We now have a host of judges, Cook County judges, who actually volunteer their time on the day of the summit, and they hear fee waiver petitions.
Wow.
So if in fact a person comes and they complete the fee waiver petition, there are standards by which the judge will use to make that evaluation. There's certain criteria. And if that criteria is met and this judge so deems that the person is not able to pay at that particular time, there's an order entered waiving those filing fees. So that service is available, has been on site for the last couple of years, and will be there on Saturday, June 10th as well.
That's great.
Absolutely.
A lot of people, would like to get that second chance opportunity,
Yes.
but sometimes feel that they aren't able to afford it. And this helps in terms of them being able to negotiate and navigate the expungement process and to be able to get this done in their favor.
Yes.
So that's wonderful. So are there any other fees that are required for the expungement process? I know that there's a filing fee and a mailing fee, and say those things can be waived, but does a person have to be concerned about any other fees that may be associated with expungement or sealing?
No, well, for this particular summit, the attorneys who are volunteering their time are volunteering their time. So again, you're getting a qualified attorney who's working on behalf of Cabrini Green Legal Clinic, and there is no charge. They're doing this pro bono. In terms of the filing fee for the petitions, in some instances that may be required, but individuals can go to our website or they can call the informational number to find out specifically what those filing fees are.
Great. Okay, again, you are listening to the Clerk of Court Live. Our guest today, Ms. Dawn Porter, is here to answer questions about our upcoming Expungement Summit that we have going on. And again, we want to give you the information again about our Expungement Summit that's coming up on Saturday, June 10th, 2017 at Unity Junior High School. We understand that this is a new facility and it's a very, it's a great facility. The address is 2115 South 54th Avenue in Cicero, Illinois. Again, that's 2115 South 54th Avenue in Cicero, Illinois. And so, Dawn.
And Gary, let me also add, it's a great location for this year's summit. The Pink Line L runs right in front of the school. So from a location standpoint, it should be very accessible to individuals that may not have cars.
Okay. One of the things, and just backing up a little bit, people are concerned about where the summits are being held. This year, it's been in Cicero, Illinois. But if you can just take 30 seconds to maybe speak on the fact that the summits have been held all across Cook County, and how people can access the summit in 2017 in Cicero, Illinois.
Yes, well, Clerk Brown realizes that people with criminal histories live all throughout Cook County. So over the years, we have been in the city of Chicago, we've been South Suburban, we've been West Suburban. Last year, we were in Harvey, Illinois at Thornton Township High School. So again, we're venturing a little bit west this year in the city as we want to make the service available to those individuals that need it. We will have interpreters in there. So if people, if English is not your first language, we'll have individuals there that will assist you through the process.
All right. Again, this is Clerk of the Court Live, and it's an interactive live program. We have a caller. And caller, do you have a question for our guest, Ms. Dawn Porter?
Yes. If someone just released from prison and cannot get their record expunged, what next?
That's a very good question, caller. In addition to the expungement or sealing, we will also have individuals there that will be discussing alternative forms of relief. We'll have representatives from the Illinois Prisoner Review Board that will specifically provide information to individuals that would like to request or prepare a clemency petition, which results in a pardon by the governor. So we realize that legally not everyone falls into the parameters for a sealing and or expungement. So again, these services also include alternative forms of relief, and we'll have a variety of people there to provide that information to those individuals in need.
Thank you very much, Dawn. You've given a lot of information to our listeners today. Are there any other, things that you feel that you want the people to know before we leave the air today?
Yes, absolutely. You don't have to wait until Saturday, June 10th to go through the expungement process. We offer that service Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30 at our courthouses. You can come to the Daly Center, 10th floor. You can go to 26th in California. You can go to any of the suburban district locations. You can download the forms from the Clerk of the Circuit Court's website. The expungement packet is located there. And also, Cabrini Green Legal Clinic offers help desk within the Daly Center. And I have a flyer here if you'd like to put that up for the viewers, Gary?
Very quickly, because we're running out of time
Okay.
here.
So
Okay.
again, this is the information that shows the help desk information that's available at the Daily Center. And that service is also available at the Markham District 6 Courthouse. On Wednesdays, hours are 10 to 2. So it's first come, first serve. But individuals that take advantage of this service have the opportunity to work with qualified attorneys that are volunteering their time to assist individuals to make a determination if they're eligible for expungement and or sealing.
Dawn, thank you very much for coming on the show and giving information about the 2007 Expungement Summit. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for your time, and on behalf of the Clerk of the Circuit Court, Ms. Dorothy Brown, we'd like to thank you and continue to keep listening to the Clerk of the Court Live next Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. So on behalf of the Clerk of the Circuit Court, Ms. Dorothy Brown, for my guest, Dawn Porter, and myself, we'd like to say good evening. Have a good night. Thank you.